Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for a bonus instant deck tech. So usually on Fridays, this is when we have Brewer's Minute, but last weekend with the Thanksgiving holiday, I didn't get it done in time to get it edited and all set, so Brewer's Minute will return next week, and it's a sweet one, but for now, we're going to be looking at a super spicy modern deck. This is White-Black Zombie Copter. Comes to us from Julian Bertou, who took it to a second place finish in a recent modern RPTQ. So congrats to Julian on a really awesome looking deck. A quick reminder before we break down White-Black Zombie Copter for modern. If you enjoy this deck and you want to see it made into videos, take a minute, click the like button, the subscribe button, leave a comment, anything you can do to support your deck, because whichever deck is most popular gets a shot at being made into videos next week. So White-Black Zombie Copter is built around some really cheap, very recursive threats, starting with Dread Wanderer and Gravecrawler. So these 1-drops give us something that comes down on the first turn of the game. Not very good at blocking most of the time. Dread Wanderer enters taps. Gravecrawler literally can't block, but they can start attacking, getting in early damage, and the big deal is they can come back to play from the graveyard. Dread Wanderer for 3 mana, but we have to be low on cards in hand. Gravecrawler as long as we control a zombie, which Dread Wanderer is, so they kind of support each other. So these just give us 1-drops that can keep attacking, keep attacking. Our opponent kills them, whatever, they're coming back anyway, and we can round out our creature base with Bloodghast, which is one of the cheapest recursive threats. A little more mana to actually cast than Gravecrawler or Dread Wanderer, although same power and toughness, 2-1, but it comes back for free with landfall. So we're just hoping to attack every single turn with Dread Wanderer, Gravecrawler, Bloodghast, hopefully be chipping in damage, and if our stuff dies, we don't care, we just get it back from the graveyard anyway. Tidehallow Sculler lets us attack our opponent's hand, and importantly, is a zombie to support our Gravecrawler. Bloodghast, not a zombie. I wish it was a zombie, but the recursiveness still makes it good. Tidehallow Sculler is a zombie, also works like a weird Thoughtseize, so gives us a way we can keep getting back our Gravecrawler, pick apart our opponent's hand, get rid of some removal or a combo piece, and keep attacking with our recursive threats over and over again. We also have Lingering Souls, which is sort of a recursive threat in its own right. It's not recursive in the same sense as Gravecrawler or Bloodghast, but it's a card that we can discard for value, because we can always flash it back for just 1 and a black. So ideally, we cast this for 3, get some spirits, flash it back for 2, 5 mana gives us 4 1/1 flyers. It is such a powerful magic card, but if we can discard it to one of our discard effects, just flashing it back for 2 mana and getting 2 1/1 flyers is a really powerful effect as well. And this kind of leads us to the second part of the deck, which is discarding for value. So even better than casting a Bloodghast is just discarding it. So number 1 discard outlet, we have Smuggler's Copter, and Smuggler's Copter is kind of the centerpiece of the deck. So while just casting Bloodghast is great, casting Gravecrawlers is fine, what we really want to be doing is sticking Smuggler's Copter, looting to find more discard, more removal, more powerful threats, discarding our Bloodghast, discarding our Gravecrawlers, because they're free discards. So instead of being loot, Smuggler's Copter is actually like draw a card, or even kind of better than draw a card, because we're getting the Bloodghast back for free, we're getting the Gravecrawler back for the same price. So it's like draw a card with upside. We're actually almost like drawing 2 cards because the creature is coming back for cheaper. So it is just insanely powerful in this deck. The recursive threats make sure we always have crew members. Lingering Souls also crews, a great way to generate value with all of our recursive cards. As for backup discard outlets, we got Liliana the Veil, Collective Brutality. So while we're playing these cards, because they're just strong magic cards, Liliana, great in almost every matchup, attacks hands against control and combo, attacks the board against creature decks, ultimate pretty relevant, Collective Brutality, picks apart our opponent's hands, kills things, can gain us life in a pinch. We also have the upside that we can Collective Brutality, escalate, discard some Bloodghast, discard some Gravecrawlers, so kind of like Smuggler's Copter, getting even more value out of these discard effects than a normal deck would. Rest of the deck, Fatal Push gives us some removal, Inquisition, Thoughtseize, tearing apart our opponent's hand alongside Tidehallow Sculler, which means we actually have a shot against combo. Our clock clock is not super fast against a deck like Storm, against a deck like Ad Nauseam, but having a pretty fast clock and a ton of discard effects to just pick apart our opponent's hand, gives us a chance to win in a lot of different matchups because the discard is so good. Mana base wise, we get a few spicy lands, backup creatures in Mutavault and Shambling Vent, so we actually have 6 total creature lands, which is pretty powerful for the late game. We're going to get our opponent empty-handed, and then we can just go on the creature beatdown plus creature land beatdown plan and close out the game quickly. Urborg allows our Mutavaults to tap for colored mana, bunch of fetch lands, a couple of shock lands, some concealed courtyards, and some basic swamps. No basic plains in the deck. I kind of don't like that. I kind of think we want 1 basic plains, especially since we have 2 Urborgs. Opportunity cost seems really low to not get blown out by Blood Moon. I mean, I guess the argument is the only white cards in the main deck are Tidehallow Sculler and Lingering Souls, which can be flashbacked, so we can function fairly well without having white mana, but really, with Urborg in the deck, the opportunity cost of playing a single plains is pretty low, so it feels like a bit of an oversight. Sideboard-wise, bunch more removal. Damnation to sweep the board, Path to Exile to deal with creatures, Anguish Unmaking gets rid of anything, Collective Brutality does it all. And then we have a bunch of targeted hate for specific matchups. Kitaki for Affinity primarily, Leyline of the Void for graveyard decks, doesn't affect our graveyard, so all of our synergies still work, and Fulminator Mage to wreck on Tron decks primarily, but can also come in against like Colonnades and control decks. And that is white-black Zombie Copter for Modern, and that's our instant deck for today. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.